Hi, welcome to Money Confidence. I'm Crystal Oculi, and I'm the Chief Financial Strategist here at Confidence Wealth. One of the things that I try to do every week is bring what's important on everyone's mind and hopefully give you a tip to get you better situated when it comes to holistic planning. So one of the things that came up a lot was all about cybersecurity, and in this case, a little bit about your smartphone. So this little gadget right here is a mini computer that you have access to everything. So this little mini computer has your bank accounts possibly on there. It has lots of apps, a lot of information. So protecting it is just as important as protecting your computer. I find this is very important, and I actually I'm doing a lot of education on it myself. I'm going to go ahead and have an actual webinar on this that is going to be a little bit more lengthier. That's going to go through all the tips of what you need to do to protect yourself when it comes to hack proofing your smartphone. So during this little tiny episode, as I call it in Money Confidence, I'm going to give you some tips and some prelude to the things that you can do to be on the right track. So one of the things you want to really watch out for is that it's not, first of all, that your phone is not laying around without a password to get into. I know this sounds simple, and you think a lot of people have a password on their phone device, but I have news for you. Not everybody does. They did a lot of studies, and they found out that lots of phones getting picked up did not have a password on it. And majority of people that ended up picking up those phones were looking into the data, looking over apps, some personal information, emails, bank accounts. So it goes to show you, unfortunately, we live in that kind of a world that if you do lose your phone, even simply lose it, someone can have access to it. So making sure that your phone is, in a sense, protected, and you have all your password on there. So at least in a very, very smart way, no one can get into it. The other thing you really want to watch out for is think about the things we use our phone for. We use our phone for double authentication, right? So what does that mean? So if you're on the Social Security side, you're on your bank account, you're on your brokerage account, you may leave your cell phone as a way to double check to make sure if someone's going on your account, that this is really you who is accessing it. So a lot of times what happens is that you put your phone in, and then they'll send you a code. You use that code to go ahead and get into your bank account again, or your Social Security site, or whatever it may be. So imagine, what if a hacker has access to your smartphone, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're sending a way to have for them to get onto your bank account, and they're okay and have easy time because they have access to your phone, and they can now get the code that your bank sends, and they got double authentication. They went into your bank accounts and emptied it out. So there are a lot of things that can happen. So you have to be really careful. One way also to protect your phone is creating a PIN number. So making sure that you have some sort of a PIN number set up through your carrier. So anytime any changes that happens to your phone, so example, someone hacks into your phone and now they change your phone carrier because you don't have a PIN number, and they can easily just get in there, change your phone carrier from mobile to something else that they have access to. And now they can use that to reset all your bank accounts number, all your logins, and so forth. Well, maybe you would give them a little bit of a hurdle and a bump on the road if you set up a PIN number through your company. So anytime through your phone company, you have to make a change to your phone, to your data, changing carriers or anything like that, you have to put that PIN number in. Now make sure you remember the PIN number, and make sure you make the PIN number hard, not super easy. So these are the things you can watch out for that are super important when it comes to making sure everything is set up the right way. Now, I am doing this live, so if you hear something's going on, I have some construction happening around the house or my area, just as I'm sure as your area, lots of people doing remodeling. So if you hear some noise, please excuse it. I can't go ahead and phase that out because I'm doing it live. In the meantime, the other things you want to make sure that you do is always update your phone. So example, for Apple users, iOS does a lot of updates, and those updates really make changes to weaknesses in your phone, not just how it looks, but maybe the last one I think Apple did, there were hackers getting into the system using it a certain way. So there was a weakness in the program. They updated the iOS. So then you won't have that problem. So I know it's a pain sometimes getting the different feel and face to your phone and messaging, but making sure you do that is really important, because then that means your iOS is updated and you won't have those issues. So again, little tips, but I'm going to have you go ahead and keep an eye on for that webinar that's going to go through all the details. But I wanted to bring this up because we all really use this so much, and making sure we're protecting ourselves against these little things are one of the most important things we can do. Always back it up as well. Backing it up is important, because if you lose your phone, you can actually go ahead and reset it, that it cleans all the data, because if you can't find it, and then you have the backup that you can reload into your new phone. So that can really be helpful too. So it's not just against hackers, but it's also protecting yourself and your information. So you have all your data in case you do lose your phone, or simply like me, drop it in water one time, which I did, swimming with the dolphins, and had to go ahead and reset everything. So keep an eye on all these little things you can do, and make sure you join me on the next hack-proof system for your iPhone or your Android, and make sure your smart gadget is protected. Until next time, if you have any questions for me, if there's any topic you want me to bring up, please let me know, and I'll be happy to do that in our next Money Confidence session. Have a great one.